We all left at the age of 5. Change your mind, then change it again. Because nothing in this world is permanent. Mom and Dad, this is a concept you have always taught me. To dream big, change my mind. To pursue my goals. I will remember the lessons you have taught me forever, for they are already embedded within my heart. Please forgive me for the times that I appear to disobey you, because it is not at all my intent. I am simply following this concept of dreaming big and fighting for what I believe in. I love you forever. Thank you for everything. Bethany Hamilton, professional surfer and a survivor of a shark attack, writes in her book, Soul Surfer. I've learned that life is a lot like surfing. When you get caught in the impact zone, you need to get right back up because you never know what is over the next wave. And if you have faith, anything is possible. Anything at all. I too have been confronted with many obstacles in academics and in real life. I learned that if you get up after you fall, what you achieve is often greater than your original dreams and goals. I once thought my dream was to attend an Ivy League and excel in music. I once thought that my goal was to simply keep a 4.0. But now, I'm no longer sure. I have begun to set larger goals and dream bigger dreams. So make as many mistakes as you can. That way, one day, when they ask us what we want to be, we won't have to guess. We'll know. Thank you.
The student with the highest GPA in the class is awarded the title of valedictorian. He will also address the class. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2011 valedictorian, Brian S. Time.
Respectable members of the Board of Trustees, beloved parents of the class of 2011, and my awesome classmates, good evening. I stand here honored in the same way some of you have stood here, an instrument in hand and a smile on your face, as the audience below applauded. Honored in the same way some of you have stood in the field or on the court, as the crowd cheered, shouted, and chanted for you. Honored in the same way some of you have stood to take one last bow before the curtains were drawn. And honored in the same way all of us stand here as a part of the graduating class of 2011. I do hope that this 4-digit number is, by now, significant to you in some way. Aside from the number being on half a dozen of your articles of clothing, or the year it currently is right now. I guess I can't speak for the whole class, but 2011 represents many, many things for me. It is a class, obviously, a class that will always hold a special part in my heart for being the class I have been with for the past 13 years. It is a year in which we graduated from high school, toiling away as second semester seniors. It is the friendships we have built, the connections we have made in the past 4 years, expected or unexpected, temporary or timeless. It is the challenges that we have been given to endure and to excel, to become better than before, and to dedicate ourselves to making a difference. It is a massive conglomerate of memories such as our mixer, AP classes, junior carnival, JSP, and our senior trip. Finally, it is us. It is us. We who stand here honored to be a part of this number. And we are a prime number, not only in the literal sense, that we are excellent, excelling, and best in what we do best. We, all of us, have something that we excel at, are talented at. Music, be it stringed instruments, brass instruments, piano, drums, or singing. Sports, basketball, soccer, volleyball, equestrian, weightlifting, and drama, making people laugh, making people sad, or making people out of characters. But that's not all. Intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, kindness, servant attitude, leadership capabilities, impressiveness of writing, emotions displayed in speech. Devotion, ability to comfort, infectiousness, diligence, carefreeness, working with tech, caring for others, standing up for beliefs, unique depth of thought, capable of befriending people, photography, ability to entertain anyone, dancing, discipline, understanding, and displaying love. I see a different person, one of you, in every one of these 38 qualities. And to the other half of you out there, I'm sure I could find something that you are better at than anyone else if I spent enough time with you. Have you ever stopped and looked closely at the map of the world we walk over every day as we enter the campus? The words above it, impact your world, happen to be placed in the direction of the atrium, so that it only appears as it should when we are leaving the closet, when we walk away from this place and are no longer here. And we are not going to be here anymore. We are not going to the same school, not seeing the same handful of people, and not being put under the same challenges. Yet if there's one thing I want to leave you all with, it would be a challenge. Continue to use these talents that you've been given to impact your world. Don't tell me that there's nothing you can do with your talents. Do you think you can no longer auction off your paintings for charity, film, edit, and put together a video for an organization that's benefiting children, translate in a bilingual community for a good cause, help lead and plan a mission trip, put your musical talents to good use in a worship band, take part in a leadership club or help teach kids English, do ministry through basketball in the Philippines? Do you think you can no longer reach your hand out to help the people in your community, bake goods as a fundraiser for a natural disaster, babysit, encourage people, make people laugh and cheer them up, help others out with small tasks, befriend people? Come on. You're never without something you, and only you can do best. And when you see what you can do, go for it. Impact your world, and leave a mark only you can make. You don't know what's in store for you, and neither do I. The future lies ahead of us. It's still indeterminate. Keep your talents in hand as you leave this place for another. These qualities that you hold are things that define you, make you who you are to us. Yet as we move on to different places, different worlds, who you are to us no longer matters. Will you throw away that which guides you and defines you as a unique person, or will you make who you are to us, who you are to those who you be seen by? Come, you know what to do. Let us set sail with the wind blowing, unpredictable, and a compass in hand. Thank you.
As a way of expressing their gratitude, each senior class presents a gift of appreciation to the school. To make this presentation, I would like to call on the senior class president, Grace Wu.
A few of us have been a part of the Morrison community for our whole lives. Even more of us have been in the system since kindergarten. And most of us have been here for at least 4 years of high school. But no matter how many years we've been here, there's no doubt that Morrison has blessed us immensely with lifelong lessons and memorable moments. It is on the Morrison Plaza that we build relationships and chug down gallons of tea. In the gym and on the field that we tested our perseverance. In the classroom that we expanded our knowledge, and in this very auditorium that we've displayed our talents. For 13 years, Morrison has served us, and now it is our turn to show our gratitude. In many areas, individuals of our class shined. The girls' volleyball team brought back a hard-fought second place, while the boys' basketball team received another convincing championship title from Korea. Our established actors and actresses pulled off another 2 fantastic dramas. And the first ever art awards in Morrison history were presented to 2 individuals in our class. We must acknowledge that it is because of Morrison that we were able to develop our innate talents and abilities and become the well-rounded class we are. Therefore, as a senior gift, we decided to contribute funds that were used to help purchase a new art display case outside the library. We hope that this will help Morrison encourage the students, the talents many students here possess, as it has done for us. In addition to this, we have also purchased 1,000 anti-slip stickers to protect our students and our staff from slipping during rainy days. I now call Mr. Robinson to read our gifts.
Each year, the senior class recommends a member of the community to receive an official invitation from the board to address them during commencement. This year, the class has requested Mrs. Teresa Gibson to perform this honor. Mrs. Gibson has been teaching at Morrison since 2004. She has taught almost the entire graduating class health when they were sophomores. She served as a sponsor on the mission trips. Some of them took their junior and senior year, as well as taught half of them Bible this past fall. In addition to having a son in the class of 2011, Teresa has also been one of the class Bible study leaders. She is known for her compassion for the poor and oppressed, her passion to engage students in effective student service learning, and her genuine sense of humor. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Teresa Gibson.
I think this will work too. Well, parents and grandparents and friends and teachers and board members, and most of all, the class of 2011, it is an honor for me to speak here. Like Dan said, I've taught a lot of these guys a lot of classes. I taught a lot of them health, and I've got some good news for you parents. These kids did bad on one of my tests. They did really bad on the test about drugs. These kids know nothing about drugs. And that's a good thing. Everything else they did great on. And I just love these guys, so I really am honored for you guys to ask me to speak. Well, do you remember the movie Spider-Man, right? Remember this boy, kind of a scrawny guy, Peter Parker? He got these special powers, and he decided that he was going to use his special powers to fight and make some money to buy this cool car to impress Mary Jane, the girl he liked. Well, he did the fight, but he didn't get the $3,000 he expected. The man in charge cheated him and only gave him $100. Well, later, when a thief robbed a man, Peter takes his revenge by allowing the robber to escape. Sadly, he discovers later that the thief killed his beloved Uncle Ben during the getaway. Peter remembers his Uncle Ben's advice. With great power comes great responsibility. And then Peter, he's now the amazing Spider-Man. He vows to use his powers for good and not evil. And so that's my address tonight, guys. I want you guys to use your power for good and not evil. If anybody knows me, they know that I like this phrase. I like to use it sometimes about famous celebrities like George Clooney or Bono. Those are famous people with star power, and they use their star power to help people in Africa. I think that's awesome that they use their powers for good and not evil. And often one of these students will come up to me, and maybe someone like Stephen, he gets crazy high grades, or does an incredibly impressive speech like Nathan Tong, or gets elected to positions of authority like Maple. And I often say to them, use those powers for good and not evil. And so that's what I say to you guys tonight. Use your powers for good and not evil. Some of you guys have special powers. Patrick is bassoon man. Good bassoon. Ryan's drum dude. A lot of you girls and gals have what I would call layup powers. Caleb, Joel, and Sean just last summer used their powers to help out in the Philippines. Nathan and Jack and others have art powers. We have shapeshifter Zoe, who has entertainment power. And just as I was writing this list, Dan Minnick, our biology teacher, said, Jia Chen is Wonder Woman. So I guess she has student aid powers. But you know, James 1 tells us that